What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a quick home decor DIY using predominantly dollar store items. So go ahead and grab you a couple of vases, a couple of candle holders, some spray paint, some candles, decorative candles of your color preference, some flowers of your color preference and style, crystal dazzlers, some glue, and let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so for the first setup, we're going to be using 3 vases of the same height. These are from the dollar store, like I mentioned, and I'm just going to take some of this hard as nails glue and run it down the side of the vases, as well as some glue from a hot glue gun. You could use E600 glue, and that probably would be better because it might be a little bit stronger, but this hard as nails glue is what I had on hand, and I used it in a previous DIY, and it worked just fine, so I just went ahead and used that. But we're going to glue all 3 of these vases together so they look like one large vase, one large 3 vase vase. I do suggest allowing this to dry a little bit before you move on to the next step, just to ensure that it does not fall apart, because trust me, it will fall apart on you and you'll have to start all the way over. So just give it a second to dry before you move on to the next step. Alright, so I found these crystal dazzlers at Hobby Lobby, but I'm sure you could find them at Michael's, Joann's, any craft store that you have around. And I'm just basically going to put some hot glue into the crevice where the vases meet and fill them with the dazzlers. So after trial and error, it's easier to fill it with the smaller dazzlers that come in the bag and then go back and add the larger ones on top, just because the larger ones have a harder time fitting in between the crevice. You have to add a lot of glue in order for the glue, the crevice, and the larger crystal to meet. So fill it up with the smaller ones and then go back and add the larger ones. Okay, so like I said earlier, make sure you're giving this enough time to dry. Don't just pick it up and go. Give it time to dry or else it will fall apart. But once you're done with both sides, it should look something like this. Okay, so now for the fun part, we are going to be taking some gold metallic finish spray paint and spray painting the entire thing. Now, if you want, you can go in with the spray paint before you put the Dazzlers on, and it would help prevent any clear spaces showing, but if not, just go ahead and get in close, but be careful so you don't have the drippage, and just spray paint the whole thing, give it a second to dry, and then go back in with another coat. And when you are finished, you should have something that looks like this. Go ahead and stick your favorite flowers in there. These are artificial flowers, again, from Hobby Lobby. And I went ahead and just put it on top of this dresser. This is probably where I will leave it, but I'm not done decorating the room, so I just gave you a really close shot. I did start to cut my flowers, but in order to repurpose them, I did end up just bending them. That way I could use them in a taller vase later. But yeah, when you're done, stick your favorite flowers in there, set it up real cute, and you have something real fancy, okay girl? Real fancy, bourgeois, but it only costs about, what, $10? Okay, something in the store that looks like this would be a whole lot more. So give yourself a pat on the back and tag me when you make this vase. Okay, so for our next setup, this one is really simple. You're just going to take 2 candle holders, again from the dollar store. It doesn't matter what color they are because as you can see, we're going to spray paint them. I chose to spray paint these silver because I'm doing mixed metals in my home, so some things are gold, some things are silver, but I chose to make these silver. And you're just going to go ahead and spray paint till you get a good coat on them, allow them to dry, and then we're going to move on to the next step. Alright, so once they're good and dry, they should look something like this. And we're going to take another set of clear vases. These are shorter than the ones in our previous DIY. And I'm going to take some of that hard as nails glue, put it on the bottom of the candle holders, stick the clear vases on top, shove my candles in there, and that is it. Again, allow it to dry just to ensure that it doesn't fall off and it doesn't break. But that's it, guys. Super simple. Spray paint, glue, candle, done. Once you are finished, they should look something like this. Allow them to dry and set them up in your home. This is not where I'm keeping them, but I thought they looked really pretty here because they are the same height. I did go back and make another one that was a little bit taller just so that I can place them in a different area in my home, but I love how they look here as well. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you really enjoyed. I hope you make some of these things. I hope this inspires you to do some DIY in your own home. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share it with someone you love, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.